Hello and happy 2014. Today marks a very important day for the mortgage industry, for the new rules governing qualified mortgages go into effect. Qualified mortgage, or better known as QM loans, are loans that have a zero interest only option, zero negative amortization option, and loan terms of 30 years or less. But most importantly, the combined debt to income ratios cannot exceed 43%. Now, looking at the loans that have closed in the last 2 years across the United States, 70% of the loans closed in the previous 2 years do not meet the QM test, meaning that they are not a qualified mortgage due to the fact that any of those four items I just went over do not pass a test. But a larger portion of the loans closed that do not pass a test are due to having a back-end ratio that exceeds 43%. Now, if you take this into perspective, more than likely, borrowers are going to have to decrease the purchase price that they're considering in order to qualify for a loan if we had to adhere to the 43% back-end ratio or do a much better job of preparing for the loan, meaning pay off debts, pay off credit card debts, eliminate car loans, student loans, you name it, in order for them to actually qualify for the house that they want. Now, one bright spot in all this is loans that are guaranteed by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, and USDA are already considered qualified mortgages. So even though today the rule goes into effect, lenders like Norcom, who sell directly to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and hold the servicing rights to the loans, do not have to adhere to the 43% back-end ratio. That could change. If the government came out with what is considered a qualified mortgage and they oversee Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and FHA and VA alike, what's to stop them from implementing the rules into the loans that they actually guarantee? So while at the moment we can exceed 43% from the back-end ratio, we just don't know how long that's going to last. It may be a couple years, it may be a month, it may be a couple weeks. We just don't know. But this is very important information to get out to your clients and individuals you come across at an open house or just in a casual conversation, if they call in on a listing, because they need to know this. This has been under the radar. Everyone's been talking about QM loans. No one's really known how it's going to impact the mortgage industry, and we still have a lot to learn on how it's going to impact the mortgage industry, because this is all new. Lenders have been trying to prepare for it. They've been trying to understand what QM really means from a compliance standpoint, and they've been seeking out legal counsel and spending a lot of money, which eventually may just create higher interest rates because the cost to actually securitize a loan and fund the loan has been increasing, and it will continue to increase with the implementation of qualified mortgages. Now, one thing to really watch out for going forward is any pre-approvals you receive from a local community bank or some smaller lenders. They may be adhering to this QM rule and the 43% back-end ratio. So you may have a borrower who wants to qualify for more, but the bank is telling them they don't qualify for what they truly want to qualify for. That's when you should probably have them talk to a second lender and see whether or not they could qualify for a little bit more, because some lenders are taking it to the extreme and they're putting their back-end ratios at 43 or a little bit lower just to be on the safe side. For if you do a non-QM loan in the lender world now, you have zero recourse when it comes to a lawsuits. If you do QM loans, there are some recourses when it comes to lawsuits. And if you've been watching CNBC, Bloomberg, or just reading the Wall Street Journal, the last 4 to 5 months and going into the last 12 months have been full of banks repaying Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae or closing out lawsuits due to bad mortgage practices. So today's an important day, like I said. It may shake things up a bit going forward. We don't know. Time will tell. But just be very mindful of this new rule, and please tell your clients. All right. Thank you very much.